It's your travel agent, David, and we're in LA today. We're going to be checking out the Brea Tar Pits. So there is a parking lot here. It's $20 per car. You can pay at the parking lot or inside. They have a ticket booth right by the parking lot as well. So you can pay there or inside. If you're active duty or retired military, you can get in here for free too. So if you're in the area and you're retired military or active duty, this would be a great place to bring the family or just kill some time in LA. So we're getting ready to go inside the museum. When we're done with that, we're going to go to Lake Pit. That's where the first fossil was found here. That's where they have the elephants in the tar pit. Then we're going to go to pits 3, 4, 61, and 67, where there's Ice Age time capsules. Pit 91, which is the oldest dig site. Project 23, which is the newest dig site. Pit 9, where mammoths walked. Pit 13, the death trap for carnivores. And then we're going to walk over by and check out the observation pit at the Brea First Museum. So a lot of things to do here. Let's get going. Cool as that, there's like literally a sentence in the sky, but all I can make out is everywhere because it's starting to fade away. So something is everywhere. Who? What? I don't know. Let's go check out some tar pits though. I tell you, I've watched a bunch of Ice Age, like 1 through 5 or whatever. That does not look anything like Sid the Sloth. That thing's huge. So woolly mammoths or mastodons, they about 9 foot tall, I'd estimate. They're huge. I figured they're probably just the same size as an elephant, and they probably are. So based off of that exhibit right there, that fossil, I would say the Columbian mammoths are probably about 12 foot tall, maybe 15 foot tall. They're pretty big. There's 400 wolf skulls there. They found over 1,600 of them here. They believe that the pack of wolves would come here to feed off of the animals stuck in the tar, and they themselves would become tar or get stuck in the tar, and they themselves became fossils over time. So that's pretty interesting. 1,600 plus wolves in this general area because of the tar. Pretty interesting. The Ice Age bears can get 12 foot tall standing on their hind feet. So from 1913 to 1915, there were over 1 million Ice Age fossils dug up here at this location. Around the time that dozens of wells pumped oil out of the ground, workers dug 96 pits here looking for fossils. In a busy 2-year period, their efforts paid off. 1 million fossils were found and saved for future generations. This work continues at the Brea Tar Pits Museum, now houses nearly 5 million fossils from the area. Well, that completes our time inside the museum. Now we're going to go check out some of the excavation sites, the pond, and get a better grip of what's really going on here and all the cool excavations that's going on as well. Pretty interesting how the oil after all these years is still bubbling up. Now, just to kind of give you an idea, like we're in this heart, I won't say the center of LA, but Wilshire Boulevard's right here. So it's really close to just think about these animals prehistorically just cruising through LA. I bet traffic was a lot less congested back then too. Right here by the lake pit is where the first fossil was confirmed. Geologist William Denton is the first to unlock La Brea Tar Pits' secret. At Major Hancock's request, he examined the fossil found at this lake pit. He determined that it belonged to an ancient animal, the saber-toothed cat. So our next stops are going to be pits 3 and 4, 61 and 67. We're going to check out and see what the Ice Age time capsules are. I'm excited. This is like a cool little park too. So like if you wanted to just come down here and relax and have a lunch or something like that, it's pretty cool. It does have a petroleum smell around the lake, but that's expected because it's a tar pit, right? We've made it to the tar pits 3, 4, 61, and 67. So inside this fenced area are 3 old pits that were dug from the 1913 to 1915. Because asphalt oozes, stops, and bubbles up someplace new, these 3 pits contain fossils from different time periods. Animals that died within a few feet of where you are standing right now, or we're standing right now, may have actually lived 20,000 years apart. How cool is that? know it doesn't look like much now, but this area produced fossils that were 13,000 to 35,000 years old. It's a lot of time to span through here around this park. Our next stop is to Project 23. Project 23 is where they're doing all the new dig at. So you're going to see a bunch of different crates out there and different equipment from them doing their archaeological digs. Project 23 got its name from the 23 crates that are here, and they're going through all the crates and looking for fossils. They found everything from bones to mouse toes and everything in between, and they're using that to help kind of get an idea of what Ice Age Los Angeles looked like throughout history. Our next stop is going to be Pit 13. Now, they say that this is the death trap for carnivores, so we'll check it out and see. Kind of interested to see why it was a death trap for carnivores, unless they assume that animals got stuck here, and that's where the wolves and stuff would come over here and try and get these animals, and then they themselves would get stuck and buried over time. So it says that this peaceful park was perilous for animals who walked here 20,000 years ago. The Brea Zagoo made this unsafe ground for both predator and prey. 6-foot tall, 2,000-pound sloths got stuck here and died. So did bison, horses, and camels. As these creatures lay dying, hungry, dire wolves and other predators tried to live off of their remains. Many of them died in the process. We saw 400 of the 1,600 skulls, so that kind of confirms this story. This was the 13th of 96 pits that they dug here. The oldest fossil they found was 20,000 years old. The newest fossil, 8,000 years old. Just a short walk from Pit 13 is observation deck, but it's closed today. But looking through, it's a cylinder in shape, and I can see fresh oil down there and a sign called Fossil Gumbo. So just good luck with it being open when you get here. Put in comments what's in there. I'd like to know. We've made it to tar pit number 9. It's literally across from Project 23, but I went down and came back. And then behind Project 23 is Pit 91, is the oldest dig site here. However, you cannot see it from here. I don't know if that's what you can get to with the observation area or not, but I'm not able to see it today. But it is right behind Project 23. Now, This little pit right here, it may not look like much, but it's produced hundreds of La Brea's biggest fossils. Columbian mammoth bones were found here. 12-foot tall, 11-ton Columbian mammoths were the largest, most powerful creatures in the Ice Age, but even they could not overcome La Brea's sticky goo. This pit trapped at least 27 individual mammoths. I'm going to go back here again and do a pan from left to right. I want you to look at, because it looks dry and everything, but I want you to look at the pine cones. They're slowly, as they fall, they're sinking into the pit. Like some of them are about halfway done. So I'm going to go pan again. You can kind of get an idea of how the pits worked, and then over time, another thing would come and it would sink. Another thing would come and it would sink. Also, let me know if you see the upside down green sports car too, because there's one of those in here. But I'm gonna pan around. Check it out. Did you see them? It's pretty interesting, huh? Well, that completes our time here at the La Brea Tar Pits. I know that's the pits, right? But it is what it is. Every journey's got to come to an end. But I appreciate you watching this. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're coming to the Brea Tar Pits, put it in the comments if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. And then, comment about your stay here, and let me know if you were able to find or see anything different than what I was able to. Until next time, I'll see you next trip.